Another new patch notes. Here we go again. It's been what? It's been about 2 months since the last one or something. So we're still pretty frequent, you know. Two months before they announce some more patch notes. More frequent than I'd expect. Not bad, not bad. Alright, so what's in these patch notes? Well, balance updates. This is really the most important stuff. Brightwing, slight nerf. Brightwing's level 1 got nerfed a little bit. 4% max heal. Slightly less CDR for the Z. I mean, probably a good thing. Brightwing's been tier S forever, so I'm on board with this, nerfing the super strong heroes. This is like a very small nerf anyways. She's still gonna be really good, but better than nothing. Genji, I think, got like a reasonably sized nerf. I don't know if it's enough. They nerfed the passive D build with the shurikens. That's what this was aimed at. So we have D level 1, slightly less slow. That doesn't matter that much though. Slight small buff for Pathfinder because no one ever uses that talent. Probably doesn't really matter much either. This one matters a lot though. I think this is a pretty important. The spell shield at level 7, which you can get permanently on Genji usually, because you just spam the Ds over and over and just keep reapplying it. This less spell shield. This is a reasonable nerf. 10 less spell shield. So the Genji will take 10% more spell damage. That's something. X-Strike damage nerfed. That's something too. I guess most Genjis use X-Strike these days because there's usually a lot of CC on the other team. But yeah, alright, that's fine, whatever. And then a Shingon nerf, which is also really synergistic with the Q build. So it's basically 3 Q build nerfs. But they're all pretty small, so I feel like Q build will still be the best Genji build even after this. But hey, it's a couple steps in the right direction at least. 95% of the player base can't play Genji, so why nerf it? Well, that's not a great reason to not nerf it. If you have a high skilled hero that's blatantly broken and 5% of your player base can play it to a broken state, then you should nerf it. Just because 95% of people can't abuse it doesn't mean you shouldn't nerf it if it's broken. You should be looking at that like 5% of your player base can abuse something broken. Why wouldn't you nerf it? That's how I look at it at least. Anyways, Kira, random Kira buffs. I guess the janitor dev plays Kira or something. I'm not complaining though. I mean, it's fine. Most of these are actually reasonably sized buffs, you know. 5-second cooldown reduction on a passive. This one's really nice. I feel like I feel like the janitor dev played Kira against Zagara solo lane recently or something, because this is just like so random. But it is annoying. When you play Kira versus Zagara solo lane, it's really stupid because you cannot hit her creep tumors at all, so she just gets infinite creep tumors everywhere. You literally can't interact with her creep tumors with any of your abilities. And now your Q can hit creep tumors? That's cool. That's that's good. She's gonna be like a Zag counter now, I think. I think Kara will be really good against Zag now. This is just a general buff. Your heal is 1 second cooldown reduced, a little extra heal. It's always nice. And then now your E can hit creep tumors as well, so you can definitely get rid of creep tumors now. Some minor buffs on the healing, some minor buffs on the damage. Ooh, armor reduction from 25 to 40? Oh, this is pretty crazy. I guess they're trying to really get people to stop using AoE stun because AoE stun is broken. I mean, this might do it. 40 armor reduction is insane. That is almost double damage on whoever you're hitting. And the E is usually the start of your combo. So this is like almost double damage on the guy that you E. This sounds like it might actually be better than the AoE stun. That is a really big number for a level 16. That's interesting. This is probably going to go down a bit, I'd imagine, before they actually release it. That is a this just on paper it already looks wrong to me. That's way too strong. All the other armor reduction talents are nowhere near 40 at level 16. And this is Raynor's Run It Down talent, as chat pointed out earlier. So Run It Down Raynor is going to be kind of dead now because, you know, the second Hyperion that you get at level 20, that was exclusively used in the Run It Down build to kill buildings because it's really good at killing buildings. So now that it's not going to kill buildings, it only hits heroes now, then it's not going to be good for running it down on buildings anymore. It'll still be a decent talent though, because it reduces your death timer. Any death timer reduction talent at 20 is usually decent. So you could take it just to, you know, have a low death timer. That will still be fine, but yeah, you can't kill buildings no more with that. And then the much requested Samuro nerfs. RG, thanks for the 33 by the way. Welcome back and know your mom. So Windwalk 1% nerf here, but Windwalk lasts 10 seconds. So if you in a full Windwalk, this is 10% less HP that Samuro heals, which is pretty significant. That is pretty significant. It's like a 33% nerf there. We also have 1% less max HP heal every time you press E for the E build level 1. E build level 4, 5%. Wait, is this R1 with the wind? Yeah, this is E level 4, right? So it's a 5% less armor for E level 4. Let me go check one with the wind. Yeah, so yep. And then Blade Storm 5-second cooldown increase. So basically they're nerfing Rat Samuro, which was by far the best way to play Samuro. And I think this is a good change because everyone hates Samuro. Everyone like the people just cannot deal with him properly. Most people don't understand. You gotta deal with Samuro like he's a murky. Like, you know, you never chase him. You can't chase him. You just defend, just like you would a Murky. You go to his lane, you defend, you kill the minion wave, and then you leave and you join your team, and then you do some objective. And if he comes to the team fight, Samuro is not very good in a team fight, just like Murky. So like if you force him to come to you at an objective, he's pretty weak. But if you just go to him and then you start chasing him, then he becomes very strong because he's like literally unkillable, and he can slowly whittle you down. So I mean, yeah, Samuro will be much less annoying now. It's probably a good thing. Zarya random buff here. Tiny Q buff. I think this is what? Slight increase in cast range for shield ally, I'd imagine. I'd imagine that's what that means. I like this buff. Pain is temporary is something that I use very frequently on Zarya. This looks like a kind of a major buff to me. It's almost double. Not quite, but almost double the amount of shielding you get from Pain is temporary. That's like a lot of extra shielding because Pain is temporary already was a shit ton of extra shielding if you had full energy on Zarya. So that talent seems like it's gonna be really good now. That was my go-to talent, even last patch. So this talent seems really good now this patch. And then they have some quality of life updates. It's really interesting how many of these like just general quality of life updates they're adding. Like Samuro, now you have an arrow below you that will show you where your mirror images are. I mean, that's nice, but that doesn't sound like something that's super easy to put in the game. Why? Like who asked? I'm glad this is happening, but it perpetually confuses me how we keep managing to get like these really nice quality of life updates. Pleasant surprise, I suppose. Still not sure how the one janitor is doing all this, but you know, pleasant surprise. And then just a bunch of random bug fixes. Yeah, I'm not gonna go over all the bug fixes, but they fixed a shitload of bugs again. That is a lot of bugs. Look at all the freaking bugs, man. This janitor working overtime. All right, and that's the PTR patch notes. So many bugs. Actually, so many. It's crazy, isn't it? Send the link.